Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about Marvel's 2004 to 2005 event, Secret War. This particular story holds a very special place in my heart because its graphic novel, specifically this graphic novel, this actual copy, is one of the first graphic novels I ever bought. I got this when I was probably like 12 or 13 or something like that, and I've had it all this time. So I can't wait to talk about the story and share with you why it holds a special place in my heart. In my opinion, it's an excellent use of post-2001 American politics and the country's history with foreign policy since World War II. This is one of the better comics written by Brian Michael Bendis out there, in my opinion. And paired with Gabrielle Dell'otto's phenomenal paintings, this is a real treat of a comic that makes clever use of Marvel history in telling its story. I really enjoyed this particular iteration of Secret Wars. This is by far the darkest, most grounded, and most political of those stories. But there is a lot of payoff to that as well. Because of all this, there's the most to talk about in this story compared to the other more fantasy-heavy Secret Wars, at least in my opinion, and certainly from a more political angle. Before we get into things further, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more comic-based reviews. In Harlem, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones return home with some groceries, when they are alarmed to discover a woman waiting for them. Luke asks if she knows just how big of a mistake she's made coming here, but the woman, whose eye begins to glow, says she knows exactly where she is, and who they are. High in the sky, aboard the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, Nick Fury is briefed on the events of the world. One of his agents mentions the incident in Harlem, and Nick takes special note that Luke Cage is now in a coma because of the attack. To the surprise of his men, Fury leaves immediately to visit. There he is greeted by Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones, who was also injured by the attack. Luke, however, is in far worse condition. He has suffered internal injuries, but the doctors are struggling to help due to the man's impenetrable skin. While Danny explains all of this, Jessica deduces that Nick Fury isn't just showing up, and that he must know something about this attack or else he wouldn't be here. 1 year ago, S.H.I.E.L.D. was faced with an interesting dilemma. For years, supercriminals have shown up on American soil with advanced tech far beyond their capabilities. They started to notice something else, too. A villain like Jack-O-Lantern might rob a bank containing $11,000 using technology that cost $750 million. As they looked further into this imbalance, they saw this pattern happening again and again. And Nick Fury came to understand that at some point, these were no longer criminals who put some crazy tech together and were looking to make a quick buck, but terrorists acting on behalf of some foreign agent. Thanks to Natasha Romanoff, also known as the Black Widow, S.H.I.E.L.D. learned that most of its technology could be traced to a man known as the Tinkerer, who they had already figured out was giving away this technology to various criminals. What they didn't know is that the Tinkerer had been working for and was funded by Lucia von Bardas, the elected Prime Minister of Latveria. This posed a problem for many reasons. Aside from the obvious villain attacks, Lucia, unlike Dr. Doom, had a very public tie to the American government, which had given her millions of dollars and supported her election. So when Nick Fury wanted to retaliate against Latveria, his request was denied by the American president, who wanted to maintain public relations and avoid any embarrassment for the country. This infuriated Fury. This infuriated Nick Fury, who felt, once again, the government was being warned of an imminent attack and was doing nothing. The head of S.H.I.E.L.D. refused to let innocent people die like that, not again. One of his agents asked what Fury planned on doing about all of this. In the present day, Nick Fury still hasn't answered Jessica, but one thing is very clear. This is all his fault.